Hey, what's good, man? It's your boy Chase Moore.
Fredo Algebra.
Yeah, man, we're here on our Water Buffalo shit, man. It's the Dubs, Dub B, 667, fucking
Chill
all
fam,
that,
all
the
that,
third.
man, all that. Sparking this bully. Spark it!
Me and Fredo first linked because of grind time and battle rap. Fredo had already been battling at that point, but this was like the start of like the written era and shit. I used to freestyle battle back in Sacramento and shit too, so like I was always a fan, and then I wanted to get into it. And so at the event that I had my first written battle ever, my tryout battle, is where I met Frey.
Yeah, it was kind of like one of those things where it's like, you know, I was in grind time and whatnot, and then, you know, it's kind of like the people that are tight, like, click with the people that are tight, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because at those first few events too, yeah, it would be like, you know, us and a few people just we'd always end up smoking, chopping it up, and then just kicking it the whole time. Yeah. And then so we was always cool and homies and shit, and, you know, like, you respect on some rapper shit, and then as the years passed, like we always were homies, and we did a couple loose songs here and there. But Frey came to LA, after I got my shit set up, and basically once we linked up again, it was just pretty much like boom. You know what I'm saying? Then we started rocking out the 667 shit, and just making hella music together, and which naturally progressed into us making a project.
Yeah, basically it's just a relationship, you know what I'm saying, you have with people, and then, you know, the people I do music with, it just happen to be my close friends, you know, and then me and Chase, we developed like a close bond, like a brotherhood type shit, you know what I mean, with the slang we use and just the funny stuff we talk about, just a lot of things in common and shit, man. It's just basic shit, you know, just
both
the foundation.
Like gear, and, you know what I'm saying, good
gear,
trees,
good weed,
funny humor, and just being homies and solid people.
Yeah, so it just clicks, you know. When it clicks, you never really ask questions at the time, you know what I mean, but you always have an answer though if people ask you, you know what I mean. It was kind of like a concept me and Chase been throwing around while we were doing the 667 shit. Like, you know, I was doing my Fresh Air album. That's my solo album that Chase produced, and we were just talking about like doing more music, and then one night we were just talking about like just crazy names, you know what I mean? Like, you just think of like, and we're thinking of like crazy animal mixtures. And I was like, buffalo, because, you know, we're big on the Griselda shit. So I was thinking about, like, you know, buffalo, you know, the buffalo is like, it symbolizes a lot, you know, like strength. So, and then I was like, yeah, but I was like on some island shit like water buffalo. And then Chase was like, yo, that's actually a tight ass name. And I was like, yeah, that's kind of tight. So basically, like, the water symbolizes the flow, you know what I mean? And the buffalo symbolizes the strength, you know? So it's like when you combine those two, the flow and the strength, is you just have like a powerful force. Like, water cannot be stopped if it's like, you know, like it's like a big wave coming at you, you know? We started this in like
2 years ago, maybe?
Yeah, that 2 years ago. But in the beginning of quarantine, we were talking about it. I was like, yo,
that's when it was less than 2 years.
Yeah, like less.
Like a year.
Like a
the start of quarantine. We worked on the first Water Buffaloes album at the start of quarantine.
Yeah, in March, which was in March, like the late March, because we shut down. I was like, dude, if we shut down, I don't know when I'm gonna be back. You feel me? So I was like, I'm gonna just go out there. Let's just do it. And then Chase was with it already. So like quarantine started, everything shut down. I went straight here. Spent like a month. We recorded
most of the album.
Yeah, most.
I mean, no, we damn near did the
whole album. So. Yeah. We did a lot, and then shot all the videos and stuff. And we're just so excited, man. We had hella dope merch and everything. So,
well, the thing is, like, okay, so me personally, I feel like around like 2016, 2017 was a very big like musical growth time for me, because that's also when, you know, me and Ilmac were really working on, you know, bodies of work in the same studio, in the same building, in the same city. There's a lot of shit with Baby Franco, back then was Bobby Butcher, and like, so I feel like, that was a big like blossoming moment for me as an artist, and Fredo was around at those times. Like, if you look at the songs I put out around that time, Fredo's on the, like, Camo, which is one of my like more popular songs. Fredo's on that song. You know what I'm saying? So we always made dope shit together, like, as we grew as artists. Fredo and I have this thing that we do in our music that's interwoven with melodic shit too. So it's like, I feel like there's like a lot of similarities and strengths that we play off when we make music together. So I think that's really like what formed the group, and also too, like, you know, if you're gonna be in a group with somebody that's like, you know, I can't fuck with people who aren't my close friends. And me and this fool Frey, we just always are just hella clowning, dying laughing, very jovial people, and like it works together, like for our shit going back and forth. So I think that's really like why the group got formed.
Ooh, that fizz. To me, it's just
fucking around with
I just started
slang,
saying it because like basically you just like I just be twisted and turning the words, and along with all my other friends, you know, Chase and all my other friends back home, even my little brothers and shit, man.
You could use it in replacement for fire. It's really where it started. Like that shit's fizz, that like shit's fire. Fizz,
like if it's fizzling too, it's fizz. Like if something's fizzling, like, you know, it's like sizzling. You know, it's like hot temperature wise. You know, so if it's fizz, then it's fizz. You know, so we giving that fizz, boy. You feel me?
And then you can use, you know, it expands. You can use it for other meanings, but we always just like fucking around with shit. Like even with like we have fizz, and then we were saying yicking a lot too,
yicking,
which comes from like my boy. My boy came up with a word for gassing when you're just gassing and going crazy, yicking. And then we started saying that a lot, but then that turned into like using yick for like making up a city, like Yicksville or Yixington or Yicksford, or we do like, yo, I'm finna Jack Yickelson on this. Like,
you know,
it's just some stupid shit that became like
Cage,
a common word. Nicolas Cage.
And then like same thing with Walt McNaught. You know what I'm saying? Like Walt is derived from, you know, from where I'm from. And it's my boy Scorch, the homie Scorch. He was the one that used to say it, and it stuck with me. So I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying? I always pay homage to whoever put me on. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Kelsey's for yicking.
Shout out Unitown. A lot of Crusaders out there, man, with the gift of gab. You know what I'm saying? All the slang and shit.
But I think that's also, you know, like, it's also like a regional thing too. Like Northern California has a lot of lot of slang, and a lot of lingo and shit. And he's from Union City, I'm from Sacramento, so it's like, you know, that's just how it's always been. Just, you know, and slang and code words.
And then all that shit evolves here too. You know, like we'll bring something to the table here, and everybody will fucking have a piece and fucking you know, like their own, which is beautiful, because that's how slang is supposed to be. You know, it's a personal expression of yourself, you know what I'm saying?
Damn, man. I mean, Water Buffaloes, the first one was like, I really like every song. Like, obviously, some more than others. But if I had to pick a song, I think I would pick Zombieland, which is featuring Pistol McFly.
Shout out Pistol, you feel me? Shout out Young Road Trip, you feel me?
But I think that's my favorite joint though, because the sound of that personifies what, like, to me, Water Buffaloes is when we're on our rap shit.
Man,
because
for real,
it's like, and you know, we don't ever think about it like that. Like, hey, let's make a hella serious rap song, or let's make a fun singing song. It ain't like that. It's just however the moment is. But I think that song and that moment and whatever day that was, that encapsulates the sound. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's my favorite joint.
I would say, first of all, shout out Pistol McFly, one of my favorite rappers always. Zombieland for sure. Chase took the words out of my mouth, and I would say numbers. To be honest, numbers. Shout out Baby Franco. You feel me?
Jay Sana.
And Jay Sana on the beat. You feel me? That shit's crazy. I just like that one because it's like, I don't know, there's like a level of epicness to it when Bobby's singing the hook, and it's like, I don't know, it's almost like hypnotic, you know what I mean? And then like the flow is, it just takes you on a journey, you know? So I kind of like that one. It's a melodic journey. And then of course Zombieland, we take it back to the essence, you know, just bars, you feel me? So those are my two favorites. So Dub Beats 2 is gonna be called Double Axe Handles. It's gonna be like the sequel to, you know, Dub B. Double Axe Handles, I don't know, we're just thinking about like names one day for our future projects, And
it could be like a movie.
Yeah, it's like a movie, man. Double Axe Handles. If you think about it, it's like Axe Gang, Kung Fu Hustle, or maybe the Hop Way, or
like an 80s, or early 90s action movie.
Yeah, action movie. Yeah. So I'm thinking Double Axe Handles is kind of like representing, for me, it's like more polished and sharp, like how an axe would be, you know. And there's two handles, and we handle that shit.
Yeah.
You feel me?
And then for me, I think like it's not even necessarily like we're doing something completely different on this album. Yeah. But what I think we're doing is expanding on it.
Yeah, I think it's a little more refined too.
I think and you know, I also too went through it, like, you know, recording the first album, I was getting fucked up a lot. So I was like recording constantly when I was smacked all the time, and that was my process. And you know, it worked for a long time, but it didn't work. So on this album, now I am re-recording shit way more. My takes are better, and it's not as much settling. Like it's really like I'm really totally being really particular about making this shit as best as I can,
clear, concise.
Because I'm clear. So I think you can hear it on the album, because I think my rapping and the singing I have on this is my best shit ever. But now I think the beats are bigger. I think the mixes are better. I think our flows are more in the pocket. I think we have some good content on there, and
crazy
like
features.
And the way I like looked at it on some like movie shit is like, think about like the movies where the sequel is better than the first. To me, this shit's like Terminator 2. This shit's like Aliens. You feel me? It's like The Dark Knight.
It's like Street Fighter 2.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's the energy I think that Double Axe Handles has. It's like a sequel. Crazy. Like when the second one is better than the movie is better than the first movie.
I honestly think that people slept on the first one, you know, and I think number 2 is gonna wake them up. We got a lot of features, a lot of dope features. You feel me? And it's just, like Chase was saying, it's going to be an expansion. We're going to be a lot more sharper on this one. And then how the third one is going to be just as good, if not better, is beyond me, but it's going to happen.
Shout out to everyone obviously fucking with it and supporting, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the support that we have got from it has been awesome, and people seem to gravitate towards it. So I want to shout out that, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, shout out to Cole. Shout out to, you know, all the fools we got on the projects, you know, Zoo, Il Mac, Baby Franco, shout out to Milk, shout out to Pistol, shout out to Lush, SM, Nonfiero, shout out, who else we got on there?
Shout out
Limes and Gab, shout out Limes and Gab.
Shout out DJ Smokey, of course, Off Rib. Shout out just to everybody that helped produce too for the first and second one. Lush,
everyone, man, you know.
ZooDeVille for the visuals, always. You know. Come on, man, it's just all. It's just in-house rock, you know. So it's really nothing. It's normal. We drinking smoothies out here, drinking water,
smoking big gorilla finger Fronos, and drinking coffee.
Here.
But that's what it is, man. It's the fucking dubs.
It's the fucking dubs, man. Stop playing with me, man.
Whoa.